Let's do it. Hello. My name is Zygomatic. This is the Zygomatic protocol. The Zygomatic, or the oh fuck, I'm not typing right. Zygoma are your bones right here. I had to make sure. I don't want to say anything stupid. It goes right here and it's connected to all this stuff. I'm gonna try to upload pictures whenever I edit the video for sure. But this is day one. It's not technically day one for me since I've been doing some stuff while I try to plan out how I was gonna start making the videos. But this is gonna be the start of documenting everything because I don't know, I wanna do it. I want to ascend. We're going full blackpill mode and yeah, we're gonna get there. I'm gonna be documenting my physical, aesthetic, and personal upgrade because I wanna look better. I wanna look better, I wanna be more confident, I want to be more attractive, I wanna raise my PSL score, I wanna mog, you know, as Clavicular says, I wanna mog. I wanna be a hard ass motherfucker. I've got notes over here if you're wondering why I keep looking over here. This is gonna be a no bullshit kind of thing. We're gonna be totally honest with ourselves, and like I've seen a lot of people who take the black pill say that's part of taking the black pill is you gotta be brutally honest with yourself. And even if you don't I feel like a lot of people have an issue with this, especially nowadays. Everyone's too comfortable and no one's really, or not no one, but most people aren't really ready to hear the truth, especially when it's about themselves. There's a large lack of accountability going around. I want to say the entire world, but I would say especially the West. Not to be political, I don't want to get into politics yet. I'm going to be documenting, making videos like this. I plan on uploading 2 to 3 times per week. I'll record tonight, edit and upload tomorrow. Because I'm gonna try to show you guys my whole routine without, breaking rules. Because we're gonna be hard maxing and soft maxing for the looksmaxx. Like I said, there's gonna be no holding back. We're fully black pilling. And importantly, this is a disclaimer for anyone who may end up watching the video. I don't condone taking things to the extent that I'm going to be taking things, but I would definitely hope to inspire people to try to reach their potential at the very least. Society nowadays is kind of complacent, and I think that's just kind of retarded. Like, why would you not want to ascend if it's a possibility for you? You know? This is nerve-wracking as hell, by the way. Feeling like I'm talking to people when it's really just me alone in my house. Okay, let's just get right into it. I downloaded the PSL app. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I did. I paid like 20 bucks for a year, which is, I mean, chump change. And it gave me a lot of pretty good information. Obviously, I don't know exactly what is right. I think it said I'll be able to scan my face again in like 3 days, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. I feel like it should be at least every other day. But I don't think I got good lighting on my first scan. And I can't really touch my desk because my phone is propped up on a large book. So my PSL score is a 4.4, which is technically above average since the score only goes up to 8, which, I mean, that's kind of a little confidence boost, but at the same time, that's pretty much just average, and we definitely want to be above average. It said I had potential for 6.2 in 90 days, which is pretty sweet. I don't think that's achievable in 90 days. I think it's gonna be, I mean, that's 3 months. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't think the PSL score accounts for the extent that I'm gonna be taking things, but that is, I'm very optimistic about that 6.2 number, because that's basically a 2-point jump, like holy shit. It doesn't take account into my height, which I feel, as far as I forget the actual name, but the sexual desirability score, SDS, I don't think that's it, but I think my height would bring my PSL score down at least half a point, so about 3.9. Pretty sure I stand. Actually, we're probably gonna cut that part out. Y'all don't need to know how tall I am. So I'm just gonna run through all my scores real quick. For the eyes, I got a 5. Apparently, I have a neutral canthal tilt. I can't really tell. It's kind of hard to tell. Mid-face was a 5. Lower third, so I think that's gonna be here down, is a 3.8, and my upper third is a 6, which kinda, I don't really get that. I'm recording on my phone right now. I have a nice mic, but I really need to get a webcam or something to put on here. Canthal tilt was a 5, but it said it was neutral, so I don't really know about that. Orbital depth, 5. Eyebrows, I think it was eyebrow density was a 6, which, I mean, I'm not gonna disagree. I got a funky little cowlick right here on my right eyebrow. Cheekbones are a 5. I'm pretty bloated right now, so that'll probably get better. Maxilla is a 4. I want to look up what the maxilla is. Like, I don't even know this shit yet. So the maxilla is going to be here. I guess that's, yeah. That's a 4. I don't really know how you would make that look better besides deep loading and losing weight. Nose is a 5. I don't really agree. I have a pretty large and kind of a tiny hat hook going on. Hopefully I can fix that. I've heard Accutane works good for that. Lips are a 5. Mandible is a 3.5. I think that's my jaw. Yeah, that's gonna be my jaw. I think the jaw is gonna need some work. Gonial angle, don't know what that is. Let's look it up. I will try to good. Okay. What the fuck? I entered full screen somehow. Okay. That was really annoying. My phone fell, and then I started talking again and was looking something up, and then my phone said I ran out of storage. Probably because I was filming in 4K. So don't expect that high quality video until I can get a video webcam from my computer. And the quality probably just went down for that reason. Anyway, we left off at the mandible. It's gonna be the jaw. The jaw is gonna need some work for sure. We're gonna do a little bit of that. Definitely gonna have to do some bone smashing. I wanna lose the face fat for sure, all around, and I don't really know when the bone smashing is gonna start, but it's gonna happen because we're doing whatever it takes. I mean, I already told you guys we're not holding back. Hyoid tightness is a 4. That's gonna be pretty much how much you can see your jaw, like how much of a double chin you have. And as I lose weight, that's gonna improve a lot. I'm also gonna be doing quite a bit of, or at least try to. I have a very, very busy schedule. It's pretty annoying. But I'm gonna be doing neck exercises. I've seen a lot of shit on TikTok about it. I know TikTok isn't the best source, but I mean, we're gonna try. Jaw width is a 5, which is weird because my mandible is a 3.5, but that's gonna get fixed with the bone smashing. Norwood stage was a 2, which was like really good. I don't even know what that is. I guess we can look it up though. It's for hair. I'm a 2 out of 7. Fuck. If I was a 7, shit, dude, it's over. You gotta get a transplant at that point. I would say 2, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm at. It was given my hair. Forehead proportion is a 6, which is pretty high. Hairline is a 7. Hair thinning is a 7. Forehead slope was a 6. It's saying my hair is like amazing, pretty much, but I don't agree. I don't know what this little fucking bump is. I don't know if it was a freckle that got inflamed or what, but yeah, my hairline is definitely not as good as they make it out to be on the PSL app. Like, look at all these baby hairs. I'll explain more whenever I record my night routine later, but I've been derma stamping using topical minoxidil and topical AHKCU. Yeah, I'll explain that later because I don't really want to right now. Forehead slope was a 6, which I think my forehead slope's kind of back a little bit, but I think if I can get my jaw to kind of realign like this, it'll probably move my face down a little bit, which will help with my forehead slope and that kind of angle. Skin is a 6. I would agree. I get acne quite often, but the peptides I'm taking kind of help with that, or going to. I'm like a week into the peptides right now. Facial harmony is a 5. Love to hear it. That's probably gonna be a big increase whenever everything comes together. Symmetry is a 6. I would agree for the most part. My nose kind of slopes off to the right here, and I think my jaw kind of slopes this way, so we're gonna have to figure out how to slope this back and get the maxilla to slope back this way so we can get the pure ideal symmetry. Neck width, fuck, that hurts my neck. I have a herniated disc in my neck. I have to save up surgery. No. I have to save up sick leave to get surgery at work because I just started my new job in December. They're gonna freaking fuse 2 of my vertebrae together and replace my disc with a titanium mesh. And they go through the fucking front of my throat to do it. They better knock me out cold, man. Bloat is a 4. I would agree. I'm very bloated right now. I'm probably sitting close to 20% body fat. I hate it. I want it to go away. But I guess that's what happens when you let yourself go after being with a woman that makes you miserable for a year. But that's a story for another time. You guys will probably hear about that eventually. Bone mass is a 5. I would agree. I would say I'm very thick boned for my height, if that makes sense. Yeah. I take a calcium pill every day too. Worth mentioning, I have Crohn's disease, like on again, off again, I think stage 2, chronic kidney disease, high blood pressure, hypertension, IgA nephropathy, if I'm saying that right. I have a lot of health issues that, for the most part, I've been able to keep under control just by being a healthy person. So, if I got one message out to the world doing this, I would say being a healthy person, working out, eating right, not eating goy slop and bull crap, that's gonna be your best bet for longevity, for sure. And don't take what doctors say with a grain of salt, is what I would say. I'm on immunosuppressant drugs for my Crohn's disease. I think the goal with this new peptide awakening and herbal remedies and kind of going back to the holistic lifestyle is to get off of those immunosuppressant drugs eventually. But that, we're looking at maybe years down the line for that kind of thing. But Yeah, Crohn's disease sucks. If you have it, take turmeric. I take 3,000 milligrams a day, and it is pretty much the only thing that keeps my gut in check. Just throwing that out there for the first video. This one's gonna be pretty long, I would say. All the ones after this should be pretty normal-ish. Kind of just depends on how I'm feeling, you know? That's a good thing about what I'm doing, is I don't really give a fuck what y'all think. I'm doing this for me, with the hopes that maybe it helps somebody. That's pretty much all I've got from the PSL scoring and what we were talking about with that. Okay, I guess now we should focus on my daily routine, probably. Yeah. So my goal throughout this whole thing, I kind of explained that to begin with, but we're gonna be that's a terrible way to put it. I wrote fat balance. We're just gonna try to slim down. Lean is law, so, and I'm definitely not lean right now. I've got muscle, but there's definitely an unacceptable layer of fat over that muscle. Skin quality is going to be pretty high on the list. I'm taking quite a bit of peptides to address that because, you know, if you got, like, I feel like skin quality lowers your PSO by so much, because if you're just ridden with acne and you've got scarring all over your face, that just kind of makes you, it just looks trashy, you know? Posture, that's not really a big deal. Just, everyone gets low energy sometimes. Just don't stand like this, like a retard, you know? Bring your shoulders back. Act like a man or a decent woman if you're a chick. Grooming, as you can see, I need a fucking haircut really bad. I do the burst fade. It costs $45 to get my hair cut this last time, when I'm used to like 10 or 15. Just moved to a bigger city, and that was kind of shocking. And she cut my hair way too short on top. I just genuinely, that whole experience was like pretty stupid. And genetic optimization, that is like, that's what we're going for. You are born with half your mom's DNA and half your dad's DNA. And, you know, that's what you get. And for some people it sucks, you know, people with disabilities, that kind of thing. But, and for people like that, it's just kind of over, I would say. Just being honest, I mean, but if you have the potential to like excel to your genetic best, like, why are you not doing that? I have a friend who is like trying to talk down to me for taking peptides and injecting myself and doing all this shit. I'm like, you're literally limiting yourself. Like, why be natty? Peptides are technically natty, I think, but like, why not take stuff that's gonna make you better? That's like making eggs and not putting salt on them. You know, like, you're just gonna eat bland eggs? That's fucking stupid. So yeah, that's my whole philosophy on this whole thing. We're just trying to be the best we can be, look the best we can be, mog everyone we can. You know, every trick we can find, every advancement we can make, whatever it takes to ascend. That's what we're doing with this. Let's get into the daily routine. That is going to be the last thing we talk about. And then I don't know what the hell. Yeah. All right. In the morning, I don't like to rush in the morning. That's not really a popular thing to do from what I've noticed throughout my life. The only other person that takes the morning as slow as I do that I know is my mom. Like, most people I know wake up 30 minutes before they have to leave, and then they get ready in 30 minutes and leave. I wake up like a little over an hour and a half before I have to leave the house because I don't like running around. So in the morning, I wake up, I do my man business, and then we're brushing our teeth. We are washing our face, and then we are applying, I totally fucking forgot. Oh, I'm applying, I think I have it here. It's a topical AHKCU mix, which is a topical peptide, onto my skin in problem areas because I'm developing a line right here that kind of goes like this. Don't like that, and I have pretty bad under eyes, which I've been told is a side effect, or can be a side effect, of the Crohn's disease. So we're wiping AHK here and here. Give it about 10 minutes to absorb while I do other stuff, and then we're putting moisturizer on top of that. And I'm gonna try to, I think those will probably be separate videos, my morning and then night routine, but I'm just gonna explain them right now since this is the first video. So we're putting the AHK on, we're moisturizing on top of that once it soaks into the skin, and then we're putting castor oil on our eyebrows to darken them and give them moisture. And then the excess we're rubbing into the beard. The goal is for the beard to go away eventually, but we want it to look as good as it can right now while we still have it. I haven't been doing this, but in the morning I probably need to be doing some hyoid exercises, some neck exercises, neck curls. I don't really know what exercises I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research to figure that out. And then we're doing our hair. My hair looks like shit right now, like straight up, after a full day with headphones on and then headphones at the gym. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Whenever my hair grows out, it gets kind of a Wolverine look going on. I much prefer it shorter, but I hate going and getting haircuts. And that's it for the morning. We're also drinking, calories are so important. I'll explain that throughout the daily routine. Since I'm on Retta, I don't really have an appetite. Retta is so freaking nice, man. I can tell that I'm hungry throughout the day, but I don't feel like I'm starving or like I need to eat. So in the morning, I'm mixing 2 scoops of protein powder with water, drinking that, and then that's it for the morning. Then we're out the door to work. During the day, we're drinking coconut juice mixed with some salt and lemon to try to de-bloat as much as we can every day. and then hydrating all day after I have my coffee. I like my coffee cold, so I'll drink the coconut water, drink my coffee, then drink as much water as I can without getting up to pee every 5 minutes. At work, we eat about 150 grams of ground beef or ground venison. I haven't really tracked chicken yet because I haven't eaten chicken since I've started Retta. But all I've been eating is about 150 grams of ground beef and or venison, not and or, just or, venison at lunch with 2 eggs, and that's enough to get me into, it's already 8 o'clock and my stomach is barely growling. So it's been 8 hours since I've eaten, and I'm totally fine. And then we're going to the gym, usually at the gym for about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm by myself right now, so it doesn't take as long to get through a workout. And then we get home, you know, fuck around a little bit, maybe do a chore or two since there's no time in the day to do basically anything. We're gonna eat for dinner. I've been eating 200 grams of ground beef or ground venison. I don't know what the chicken would be. And about 150 grams of either basmati or jasmine rice. And that is well over enough for me on Retta. It actually is almost stuffing myself, like forcing myself to eat. So we're gonna eat and then watch a little something, do some chores or whatever, maybe play a video game with my friend or something like that, just scroll my phone, whatever. And then we're showering. I always try to shower, definitely try to shower before you do anything to your face, but I definitely always try to shower before I pin my peptides, just to be as clean as possible. You don't want to get some kind of infection. So I shower, and then my nightly routine in front of the mirror is I start by derma stamping my whole face. This will get explained in the night routine video. I start with the beard, get this area, then I try to get under the eyes. I stamp the eyebrows and I stamp all up here. And then we're putting minoxidil on the hairline and in the weak spot right here where I've noticed a little thinning. And then we're gonna take that AHKCU and rub it on the face in the same places we put it in the morning. Again, wait for that to absorb 10-15 minutes, and then I put coconut oil on at night since I don't really care about how glossy my skin is at night compared to day. And I forgot to mention, in the morning, I'm putting the AHKCU on the hairline like I do the minoxidil at night because it's supposed to promote hair growth from what I've read. And after the Minox and the AHK, sometimes I'll put castor oil on my eyebrows and facial hair, but not all the time. I need to be weighing myself. I might go weigh myself like right now just to see where I'm at. And then we're pinning peptides. Let's get into that. So, please don't fall. We're taking Retta. I've been doing the peptides, injecting them for 1 week. Well, 1 week as of yesterday. Today's Monday, yesterday was Sunday. Been doing it for a week and 1 day. I started out doing Retta 0.25 milligrams every other day. I'm going to be doing 0.25 milligrams every single day now. I'm also doing 0.25 milligrams of the BPC 57 / TB 500 mix every single day. We're doing 1 whole milligram of GHKCU every single day. And we're doing less than 0.25 milligrams every single day for the MT2. That is strictly because I don't want to mess up my skin a whole bunch. We're trying to get a little bit of a tan. As you can see, I am pretty white. But if we can get that just a little bit more tan, I think that would be perfect. And once I think probably once I notice the optimal tan that I want, that's when we're gonna either taper down or figure out what dose is causing that. It just sucks that it takes potentially weeks at a time for this stuff to happen. The Retta is for weight loss, appetite suppression, obviously. The BPC and TB is for, I'm pretty sure it's for repairing bodily stuff. Where's my bookmarks? The database. BPC. Wow. BPC 157, actually. It accelerates healing, gut health, which is good for the Crohn's, anti-inflammatory, good for the Crohn's, improved joint health, which is probably going to be pretty necessary after I get this surgery. And then the TB 500. Pretty much everything that the BPC does, plus improved flexibility, that's going to be with the joints like the BPC, and cardio protection, which it may support heart tissue repair, which is, I mean, who wouldn't want that? The GHKCU, I'm really excited about that one for shit. Damn, I almost went full retard. The GHK, I'm really excited about that for the skin health. It supports skin rejuvenation, wound healing, hair growth, and it's also anti-inflammatory, which is going to, I mean, it's the glow peptide. They have a glow stack, but I have to pin 4 times a night, but I wanted to be able to control each dosage of each peptide. I did not want to have to worry about raising the glow stack, which raises everything, when I only want 1 or 2 things raised, you know. And the MT2, this one is probably the one I'm being the most careful with. Rapid tanning, increased libido, definitely felt the effects of that. Appetite suppression, Many users report reduced hunger. That might be why my appetite suppression has been so strong so quickly. Spontaneous erections, common side effects in men. I have not noticed that. Thank goodness. That would be crazy. I will say I'm pretty sure the MT2 is what made me feel so weird when I first started pinning last week. For like 2 days, I was super nauseous, and I felt my blood pressure was higher, and I think a mix of all the peptides I started at one time caused the headaches. The headaches were so bad. It was like this whole side of my head. It would only be one side ever, but the whole side of my head was just boom, 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 pounding. It was just absolutely awful. But for the night routine, that's it. I need to burp, but it's not happening. Probably because I haven't eaten anything in 8 hours. After we pin the peptides, we're getting water, we're taking our pills, we're going to bed. Because sleep is such an important part of this process. And I've noticed that. Ever since I started paying attention to my looks and actually giving a whole full entire shit, I've noticed that if I'm not getting enough sleep, not only do I feel like shit the next day, but I look like shit. And the more I feel like shit throughout the day, the more I look like shit. Like last night, for some reason, my body was like, hey, fuck you, we're not sleeping tonight. And today, I felt awful all day. Coffee didn't save me, coconut water didn't save me, nothing. It was a genuine shit show today. I was pretty upset. That's this. I don't know how I'm gonna do the videos. I'm definitely gonna look at it tomorrow whenever I get everything into the editing software, and because this one's running at 32 minutes already, and I think the other one was at about 12 minutes, so that's a 40-minute video. I guess we'll just have to see. This is my first video, so I might just keep this one long, but I mean, shit, who knows, you know? That's, I think that's it though. I'm gonna keep this part in and put it probably in a different video. But I wanted to go through what ChatGPT said whenever I asked if there's anything I should avoid saying to keep potential monetization. Yes, this is a smart question. It starts out, avoid saying hate, slurs, extreme labels, slurs or insults toward protected groups, extreme political hate, incel, blackpill, or violent ideology language. Isn't that so freaking stupid? Like, I should be able to say whatever the hell I want. Even joking can get videos limited or flagged. How about fuck you? Violence, self-harm, I want to hurt myself energy. Avoid framing like I hate myself. I'm destroying myself to improve. I'm going to break my bones. Instead say, I'm improving safely and sustainably. Well, all three of those are true. The last one's not really true. We're not going to be breaking bones. I'm going to be causing tiny micro fractures that heal stronger than before and bigger. Sexual, explicit content. Yeah, there's no real need for that right now. Drugs, illegal behavior, reckless behavior. Even casual bragging can demonetize videos. What? Extreme nihilism or threats. Avoid nothing matters. The world deserves to burn. Threat style humor. We're definitely not going to be doing that. Nihilism's for gay baby retards. If you're a nihilist, I probably shouldn't say that. Using the word looksmaxxing too aggressively. You can say it, but don't make it sound obsessive or extremist. Better alternatives are aesthetic optimization, self-improvement, appearance upgrade, personal optimization. That's a load of horse shit. We're looksmaxxing. We're taking the black pill. We're going for it all. Whatever it takes to ascend. Monetization safe tone, but still cool. Because, we gotta stay cool. Instead of, I hate how ugly I am, say, I'm objectively identifying weak areas and improving them. That's a bit of a double-edged sword because both of those statements are very, very true. I am identifying my weak areas and improving them, but I also hate being a, 4.2? Yeah, 4.4. Yeah, I definitely hate being a 4.4. We're gonna try to improve our weak areas. Instead of, this is my villain arc, this is my discipline transformation arc. Villain arc is so fucking jester. That is straight up stupid. Instead of I'm looksmaxxing, say I'm optimizing my appearance and lifestyle. Why say all those words when I can just say I'm looksmaxxing? Or I'm blackpilling. This is so Jew-coded. I need Alex Jones right now. Fuck. I should have done that after I did the outro for the video. Anyway, that's it for day one of the Zygomatic protocol. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments for sure. Make sure you subscribe. I'm really excited about this. I hope it takes off. I would love for people other than myself to watch my ascension because I'm genuinely planning on going, what's my potential? I'm definitely planning on going past the 6.2. It's 8:20. I am tired. It's been a long day. My eyes are like trying to close themselves already. I need to eat. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe. I'm doing this not every single day. Doing this I want to do it every other day, but we'll see. I'm going to be doing it whether you're watching or not. How about that? So, this is day one of the Zygomatic protocol. Tune in for day two. I'll be here. Remember, whatever it takes to ascend.